So wetland restoration is a activity that we undertake to improve the health of our coastal wetlands. The marshes provide a lot of important ecosystem services, we call them, like preventing erosion from runoff, filtering pollutants out of the runoff, supplying fish for commercial and recreationally important fisheries, as well as providing nursery habitat for the fish and birds that we love to see around the coast.
The goal is to try to answer questions about how fish move between estuaries and how much time they spend there to figure out if they're working enough to support those fish populations. So we put these receivers in the entrances of these estuaries and we tag fish that we translocate. We drove down the freeway and released at the other ones. And we asked how quickly does it take them to come back, if they know how to get back at all. Some of the things that we found from our study is that the sharks and rays can readily move between the estuaries, but some of the important food and game fish cannot. So spotted bay bass, we found that they couldn't move back and forth. They didn't move back and forth. Whereas California halibut could move to a certain extent, but not as much as the sharks and rays.
So my portion of the study that we conducted was to understand the conditions, both environmental and biological, that existed in each of the two wetlands we were interested in. The species that we're interested in seeing in the wetlands, because they're indicators of ecosystem health, are returning, and they are starting to resume some of the normal feeding and reproducing that we would expect to see them do in wetlands.
So I think one of the things that I learned from this study was that you've got the Pacific Coast Highway literally right here. You've got all this urban growth alongside these areas, and we've carved these habitats out because we know how important they are to the health of our oceans, to our economies. So, but what most people don't realize is that these waters are teeming with these animals. And you drive right by it on a daily basis in Southern California, and you have no idea that all these animals are here. So I think the important part is, while they may seem small, they're vital to the restoration of our fisheries.